Until Dawn is getting a PS5 and PC remaster, and it's quite the remaster because it's actually a bigger upgrade than I thought it would be. Let's discuss. So we're coming fresh off the heels of another State of Play, and this was actually a pretty decent one, all things considered. I'll discuss my thoughts on all the other games shown in other videos, but right now I want to focus all my energy in this Until Dawn Remaster. So this was rumored pretty recently, as of 2 weeks ago. We knew it was going to come to PS5 and PC. The only thing is we had no idea who the developer was and the extent of this remaster. And after this State of Play, we finally got our answers to those questions. So the announcement trailer showed us original locations and moments from the original Until Dawn, and as someone who's a big Until Dawn fan, I have the Platinum, it's one of my favorite PS4 games, I noticed the visual enhancements right away. Like, this is not just a simple port. This is actually a remaster, like because you can see it in some of the shots in the trailers, and especially when you compare it to the PS4 game, the comparison is actually pretty stark. For example, look at this shot of Chris and Ashley in the PS4 version of Until Dawn, and compare it to the PS5 version of Until Dawn. It's actually quite a decent upgrade. Way bigger than I was expecting, since I was really just expecting a simple port with very minimal enhancements. But if we go to the PlayStation blog, here is where we find out way more about this PlayStation 5 and PC remaster for Until Dawn. Here is where we get confirmation that Ballistic Moon is developing this Until Dawn remaster. Now, if you never heard of Ballistic Moon, I don't blame you because they are a new studio, founded by former Supermassive devs. And what game did Supermassive make? That's right, Until Dawn. We actually knew about Ballistic Moon working on a PS5 game since 2022, and this was leaked via a motion capture actor's resume, which is the funniest way a game could leak, but we only knew that a game was happening. We had no idea that this game was Until Dawn. And when these remaster rumors started to happen 2 weeks ago, no one was bringing up Ballistic Moon. People were bringing up Nixus, but yes, Ballistic Moon is working on Until Dawn. And now let's go over some of the enhancements that they're adding to this remaster. The first thing that caught my eye was rebuilt in Unreal Engine 5. Yes, so this remaster is not running on Decima, like the original Until Dawn. It's being fully rebuilt in Unreal Engine 5. So I guess this is technically a remake? Remaster? I don't know, bro. These terms are getting so loose at this point that at the end of the day, Until Dawn is getting a pretty major enhancement. I think that's fair to say, right? New and improved animations build on the success of the original character performances. Characters, environments, and visual effects have been upgraded, all for a truly enhanced cinematic horror experience. I could see this evidently in the trailer. The trailer doesn't show a whole lot, but as I mentioned earlier in the video, the comparisons between the PS4 and the PS5 versions are pretty stark in my opinion. Like, I could tell it's an upgrade for sure on PS5, so they definitely made their case there. However, they also added a third-person camera, which means you can now look behind the curtain of the original game, exploring enhanced and new locations with new interactions and collectibles. That's new. That's pretty interesting. So we are getting new interactions, new collectibles, and new locations. So they are actually adding more story content. We don't know if they're going to add any more like character paths, new character deaths, anything like that. But the fact that we're getting anything new at all in this remaster is pretty exciting as an Until Dawn fan. Until Dawn is also getting a new score from legendary horror composer Mark Corvin. This one I'm not too sure about because I thought the score of the original Until Dawn was pretty great. I don't think it really needs that much changing. Hopefully it just keeps the same motifs, just adds in like a few new instruments here and there. But this is one of those aspects that I'm kind of worried about, to be honest. I just want the score to be as intact as possible. But who knows? I'll give this new score from horror composer Mark Corvin a chance, of course, but we'll just have to wait and see how that turns out. Another interesting bullet point here is that we've endeavored to keep the fantastic narrative integratory of the original, but we have seized the opportunity to expand upon unexplored emotional parts of the story. So when they talk about this, do they mean like new emotional parts of the story, like stuff we haven't seen in the original Until Dawn, or are they talking about the actual literal emotions on the character models and how good they're going to look on this PS5 remaster? I kind of want more clarity on that aspect, but we'll definitely get more news later this year. And the last thing that this blog post talks about is, of course, the reason why this remaster exists at all the Until Dawn movie. So they just say stay tuned for more on the newly announced film adaptation of Until Dawn from PlayStation Productions and Sony's Screen Gems, to be directed by David F. Sandberg, who created Lights Out and Annabelle Creation, and the screenplay written by Gary Dauberman, who wrote It Chapter 2, The Nun, and The Nun 2, and Blair Butler, who wrote The Invitation. So I haven't really seen any of these movies, I have to be honest with you, but I did hear from some other horror movie fans that this is actually a great crew for this Until Dawn movie. Like, these guys are pretty well respected in the horror space, so I think that's a great get for PlayStation Productions and Until Dawn. I'm still shocked that this is happening at all. I love Until Dawn. I think Until Dawn is probably my favorite of the Supermassive / Quantic Dream style of games. You know, choice-based narrative, different paths. I'm really excited to see this Until Dawn resurgence. I know it feels weird since it's a PS4 game, but Until Dawn is going to be 9 years old this year, which is crazy. It did not feel that long ago to me, but it actually is. It's a 2015 PlayStation 4 game. So I think a remaster / remake, whatever they're doing here, is justifiable, in my opinion. Now, the big question. The big question. Will this game get a $10 upgrade path? I really hope so. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection had an upgrade path, so did Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, Death Stranding's Director's Cut. So I really hope this Until Dawn remaster / remake gets one as well. I know it's kind of like, it's a little bit more than a simple remaster, but the general public is not going to perceive it that way. So I think it's the best case scenario for it to have an upgrade path for $10. And to me, it's easily worth $10, like easily, like no hesitation. But other than that, I think that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way through, please let me know what you think about this Until Dawn resurgence in 2024 down in the comments. I'm Real Radic, and I thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.